Good afternoon. It is time for Younib TV News at 1 with me, Rachael Akinyi. Brace yourselves for some of the top stories making headlines this afternoon, including President William Ruto's tour of the coastal region, where he launched a rail service for Mombasa County. This and more coming up after the highlights.
Sasa itawezekana kwa wana Mombasa, wafanyabiashara, watu wa hapa pamoja na watalii waweze kufika kwa terminus ya SGR na wafike hapa Mombasa mainland bila ya kuhangaishwa na mambo ya traffic.
We have three demands. One, the payment of 2017-2021 CBA, 7 billion. 2021 to 2025, 2.73 billion. And then to jumpstart the 2025-2029 CBA.
The procedures in court happen through the Attorney General's office and the DPP's office, and of course, as investigators, the Ministry of Interior has done its part.
Welcome. Now to our first story. President William Ruto has responded to his critics, claiming they lack innovative ideas and failed to provide any substantial solution for the nation. During the second day of his visit to the coastal region, the president encouraged Kenyans to disregard leaders he characterized as divisive and unhelpful.
Sasa itawezekana kwa wana Mombasa, wafanyabiashara, watu wa hapa pamoja na watalii waweze kufika kwa terminus ya SGR na wafike hapa Mombasa mainland bila ya kuhangaishwa na mambo ya traffic. Tumekubaliana ya kwamba siasa ya ukabila na chuki na migawanyiko haina nafasi tena katika serikali na katika taifa letu la Kenya.
Umesaidia taifa la Kenya kuondoa siasa mbovu ya ukabila, utengano.
This country has no time for people without an agenda, without a program, without what destiny we want for our nation. We want leaders. We must compete on ideas. We must compete on a vision. We must compete on transforming the nation. Hii daraja imekwama siku nyingi. Niliwaambia mnipatie nafasi kidogo nirekebishe uchumi. Sasa uchumi nimerekebisha. Sasa mambo iko sawa.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has reported a financing shortfall exceeding 200 million, leaving the status of 8 out of 22 by-election as uncertain due to a financial crisis. According to the Commission's chairman, Adiang, the available 788 million shillings is adequate to facilitate 16 by-elections, but an additional 258 million shillings is necessary to complete the fund by-election scheduled for November 27th.
The 24 by-elections will go on one day, and hopefully everything will go successfully.
We have a total of 24 by-elections. The ones that are funded are 16. And the total budget for that by-election, those 16 by-elections, 788 million. For the 8 remaining ones that have not been funded, amounts to 258 million. So in terms of total cost, we are looking at 1,046 million for the purpose of by-elections.
There is anxiety amongst Kenyans on the issue of boundary delimitation, and most of us have been thinking it's because we don't have a commission in place. I know the time has lapsed, but it will be very interesting and very important to hear whether that is going to happen before elections or after or never.
Right now it will be premature for me to to give the direction on the way forward. But once we sit down as commission plenary, we interrogate the legal issues, but also the practical issues, including funding, Mheshimiwa, and then we will advise the nation on the way forward in that particular matter.
We are dealing with the supporting documents. Tell us, you have already told us 182.
Yes.
There's 15 million.
Yes.
So take us where is the other amount amounting to 50 million or to make up the 158.
In the report quoted by the auditor, he had mentioned 50 million, but we gave letters of instructions totaling to 30 million.
What you would have done in your response is to say it is not 158, it is 158 minus 30.
Learning in public universities has come to a standstill as lecturers and other personnel have ceased work due to the non-payment of arrears resulting from 2 collective bargaining agreements spanning from 2017 to 2025. The lecturers assert that the government has not disbursed 10.63 billion shillings earned from the 2 CBA cycles. The strike commences even though the government has allocated 2.5 billion shillings as a partial settlement of these outstanding payments.
Lakini utu ni mwanzo, lakini we shall upscale in every way possible and every means possible to ensure ya kwamba matakwa ya mfanyikazi wa chuo kikuu imezingatiwa, imelindwa, sababu ni mfanyikazi ambaye sio kama mfanyikazi wa serikali.
We have 3 demands. One, the payment of 2017-2021 CBA, 7 billion. 2021 to 2025, 2.73 billion. And then to jumpstart the 2025-2029 CBA. Without those particular demands, we want to assure the public we'll never go back to the lecture halls.
Mtaona kuwa wanafunzi wenyewe wako na sisi, hata hawajafika chuoni. Wanajua mgomo upo, ni kitu wazi, kitu kimetangazwa, na pia wapo nasi katika hali na ari kwamba lazima tutimiziwe haki zetu.
Wanatarajia tukikam vitu itakuwa tu poa, tutapeleka vitu sawa, lakini sasa venye si tumefika hivi ni week 3 na leo hivi tumesikia kuna mgomo. Azinsia tuko tunatarajia hivyo.
Don't support it because it has actually affected our studies because we are supposed to have our classes by now, but you can see the strikes are going on and we are not able to.
And now, the friendly relations between Kenya and Britain will facilitate the execution of the High Court arrest warrant for a British soldier suspected of murder. This statement comes from Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, who noted that the responsibility primarily rests with the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Defense to collaborate with Britain to guarantee that the aforementioned soldier is extradited to Kenya to confront justice for the alleged murder of Agnes Wanjiru in 2012 in Nanyuki, Laikipia County.
The procedures in court happen through the Attorney General's office and the DPP's office, and of course, as investigators, the Ministry of Interior has done its part. When you are dealing with matters of extradition, it's a both diplomatic issue but also a defense issue in this situation. I would rather leave that to Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the diplomatic channels within the defense to see how best that can be handled, because we have a good working relationship between the two countries, and I don't think there is we will struggle to find the right cooperation. This is an area that we must deal with decisively. The few elements also within the border sector who are also involving themselves in criminal activities can be dealt with when we properly regulate, and particularly self-regulated cooperatives and circles of the border sector. We recognize that although we have the presence of Coast Guard, we need to enhance their numbers and to enhance their equipment so that they can have enough boats. We are also planning to build a base for the Coast Guard in Usenge so that it can help in this operation.
And we will be taking our short break right here at Younib TV News at 1. Stay tuned.
Never the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. Now to another story. Over 50,000 fictitious students have been illicitly profiting from government capitation funds, with each phantom student obtaining 16,000 Kenya shillings annually. Julius Bitok, the Principal Secretary for Basic Education, states that a current audit has revealed exaggerated enrollment numbers in secondary schools, indicating a multi-billion shillings fraud. Bitok made the revelation when he appeared before the
This is serious.
We have found that more than 50,000 students so far were not there before. So about 50,000 so far, and we're in the middle of the process, almost 50,000. So you can be sure we shall unearth many other things.
In the schools, verification of schools, have you found where capitation has gone to non-existent school up to now?
We can't confidently say there's a good school. We can't say that.
Thank you.
But we can say the numbers have gone down, but in the next 1 week or so, we should have a very clear position if there were schools that are non-existent.
If 50,000 schools, if 50,000 students, you have a discrepancy. What is the cost? What was the director of secondary education doing? What was the director of primary school education doing? And what was your capitating officer, who is next to you, the accountant, doing? Somebody has to pay for this money.
Go to schools like a school in Narok. You find children studying in Lenana High School. The children are doing their exams, they are studying outside, sitting in the sun, and yet there's a school in Kenya where 50 million is given when there's other schools that children are studying outside.
Now to matters health. The Cabinet Secretary of Health, Aden Duale, has called upon Kenyans to distinguish between politics and the health sector, stressing that the government is dedicated to fighting cartels in order to enhance healthcare services across the nation. This statement follows his visit to JM Karaoke Level 4 Hospital in Olkalau Town, located in Nyandarua County, where he inaugurated the Digital Health Transformation Initiative by distributing users' device as part of the Taifa Care Digital Transformation Program designed to assist health providers.
And I want to ask Kenyans, let us delink health from politics. When you are sick, you have the party does not treat you. Does the party treat you? When you are sick. In fact, you can stay with illiteracy. You can decide not to go to school and live, but you cannot live with the sickness. Am I right? So fixing the healthcare system, delivery system here of our country is a priority for this government. Today, Kenyans can access healthcare. We are going to the hospital and we are going to see the latest CT scan. Am I right? Yes. Now, people used to go to Nakuru to go and do a CT scan. This system will make sure you don't carry. I want you to upload the app called Afya Yangu. It's for the patients. On your phone. You don't need to.
Now to a very sad story. The administration of St. Teresa Maternity and Nursing Home has refuted claims of negligence regarding the death of a woman who passed away following a cesarean section at their facility. St. Teresa Maternity and Nursing Home asserted that the medical personnel made every effort to preserve Phyllis Wanjiku's life. Wanjiku was subsequently transferred to Kenyatta National Hospital after experiencing complications stemming from the surgery performed at the local establishment. She succumbed in the intensive care unit at Kenyatta National Hospital, with her family attributing blame to the St. Teresa Kikuyu Maternity Hospital.
The cesarean surgery was carried out very successfully. The lady started bleeding 6 hours later. She was blood group O negative, which is a very rare type of blood, and which necessitated her immediate transfer to Kenyatta National Hospital. Patients with placenta previa and multiple cesarean sections and severe postpartum bleeding are at a higher risk of developing DIC. We wish to clarify that there was no instance of medical negligence, that the staff of St. Teresa acted quickly and in accordance with professional standards. St. Teresa Hospital has already initiated a comprehensive review of this case to further strengthen emergency preparedness. We are fully committed to working closely with Kenyatta National Hospital and the patient's family to provide all necessary support, information, and follow-up. We extend our heartfelt support to the family during this difficult.
We have come to the end of our afternoon bulletin right here on Younib TV. Thank you for staying with us. And remember, we are still following up on more stories from across the nation and around the world. My name is Rachael Akinyi. Have a lovely afternoon.